Díos, le Siobhan ní Thuailmhán. Ag tús an scéal seo bhí Seán agus ben cheantair seo mar sí. Bhí an leanamh ina cholas sa Fran, bhí Seán ag léamh an fápar, ní raibh ben Seán sásta. Bhí córa wehí, buaithe le canta Seán ach ní raibh fun canta Seán. Bhí sé gobar an láir fad dar leis agus níos buaithe leis a fápar a léamh cuaistine. Bhí mise gobar an láir fad freisin sa teach ar sa ben Seán. Dír ben Seán písa den fápar agus thug Seán cúpla leathnach. Thosaigh sí ag léamh. Tá mise sa fápar ar siise go tobann. Agus tá tusa an freisin. Bhí aontas ar Seán. A dúirt sé? Taspondam. Hispáin sí an leathnach sa Seán. Surfaí a bhí an. Bhí ben fósta amháin as ga cethir mí thune agus mí hása dar leis an survey. Dúirt ben Seán go raibh sí féin ina measc. Tusa mí thune ar sa Seán. Mise duine mrá a bhí sa survey ar sa bhean. Dunas ben Seán an scéal. Mí anar bhí an, bhí an aimse go donna agus bhí an lá dorcha. Bhí na saoil do siúil ach ní rah aon airgad a hí le cathab. Bhí bilí le híoch freisin. Tháinig ben go dtí an dúrs ag déanamh survey dar lei. Thosa ben Seán ag smaoinemh os ord, anar, fiabhar, mórta, ebron, baltan, meitheamh ar siise. Bheadh sé eici aon lánis. Cad a bheith eici ar sa Seán? Leanamh ar sa bhean. Cad eile bheith ag bean? Cén bhean ar sa Seán? An bhean a tháinig go dtí an dúrs an lá sin. Cén fá in Adam J. Chun survey dhéanamh ar sa ben Seán. Agus leabhar go ciún ná dúisí an leanamh. Ní raibh ach an pápar léamh ar sa Seán go chráite. Tháinig fearr bhean Seán. Bearla Seán an pápar léamh ná éisteach leis an rud a bhí ar rála aici. Seo leat mar sin agus léa ar siise. Tá an rud atá le rá agam sa fápar is statistic inisme. Bhí ben Seán ar bula inis. Dúirt sí go raibh aon focail statistic níos fearr ná housewife. Níocha Seán an obair a rinne sí sa teach dar lei. Thonnach sé orlar salach ach níocha sé orlar glán riomh. Dúirt ben Seán gur ina sí gachrod do bhean an turvé. Ní raibh Seán rohásta gur thug sí eolas príobháideacht an bhean. Ní bhíon aon aimneacha leis an survey ar sa ben Seán. Agus bhí trú ag ben Seán do bhean an turvé dar lei. Bhí leanamh ag teacht agus bheithirí teach nu a cheannach mar ní raibh páistí cadaithe ina thar son. Bhí airgad ag teasta wehí. Ní raibh ben Seán ábhalt an dúrs a chúna ina pus. Bhí liste de ceisne ag bean an survey. Thug ben Seán freagaí ar na ceisne agus scríomh an bhean eile na freagaí síos. Job maith bhí an, dar le ben Seán. Agus bhí siise chun an job sin dhéanam nuair bheith ben an turvé san ospidéal agus ar feadh tamann a níos sin. Leabhar Seán in na bhean. Agus cad faoi de leanamh féin a dúirte. Bhí si chun a leanamh féin a thuirt simple i máscéad nó na lábha cosa le tincear dar lei. An sin bheith sí ábalta sur nua a cheannach. Agus ní raibh sí ag tógann an job mar go raibh sí mí thuna. Ní raibh sí mí thuna ar churbaic dar lei. Déanar sí bréige do bhean an turvé. Cur Seán feargarthaí an bhaidan sin i mianar. Mar sin thug sí amach faoi na fear. Dúirt sí rudaí uafásacha futhú agus bhaint sí tát na bheas. Ach ní raibh na rudaí a dúirt sí fear. Ní raibh an survey ceart mar sin dar le Seán. Má déanar sí bréige do bhean an turvé. Ach ní raibh ben Seán buartha. Ní raibh go leor ceisne sa survey dar lei. Bhí ceiste le tastal. A méid tú sása nar bheith tú seán. Ní raibh aon áit a saoil don am rá nar bhí siad seán dar lei. A chosaí ben Seán ag smaoinemh arís. Mí ó hin a tháinig ben an turvé go dtí an dúrs. Ní bheadh sí ag teacht ar ais níos. Déanars an bhean bréige dí. Bhí ben Seán ar buile. Bíonn roinnt daoine Anglic dar lei. Agus ag deir an scéal níor aithrí aon rud a churbaic tá an bhean fós mí hásta le na saoil. So murder sin téma sin, téma an fósta agus téma na chólinse. So the theme of marriage and theme of conflict. Is garcid a seo tá scríofa I bhform chora. So it is a short story that is written in the form of conversation. It's a téma an fósta an príomh téma sa scéil seo agus léironn an túda na consisticí agus dúchláin ó a bhín an don fósa is slí chrin chumasach granmhar. So it is a theme of marriage as the main theme in the story, and the author shows the obstacles and the challenges that there is normally for a married couple in a way that is precise and capable and also funny. Úsáidlann túidir gran ábhéil searbhas agus iarnón chun frostachas agus fearg na mrá céile sa scéilte léirú do mhór na haspa chumarsóide atá na cadrimh na na fearg céile. So the author uses the likes of humor, exaggeration and irony to show the frustration of the woman in the story towards her husband due to the lack of communication that there is to be seen in their relationship. Feicimid aspa chumarsóide Chanis, Colinch, aspa tiiscine, neamhord, farag, míoinach agus míhásach sa chadrimh idir an leanún agus tá sin súntasach nach dagan ein ahrú ar an scéil sa deara. So we see a lack of communication, we see tension, we see conflict, a lack of understanding, lack of heed, anger, impatience and unhappiness in the relationship between the two. And there's no surprise then that nothing ends or nothing changes at the end of the story. Titan of our Kayla in a cholle ag an scale, so the husband falls asleep at the end of the story. Rudder current hours are in mar lehorig and nahori in rud sa cadriv fósa show. Something that does not surprise us that anything was to change in this relationship or marriage. So Status and Mantis Tucky and Chin. So the status of women in society. Tema ela tá layers of scale na Status and Mantis is Tucky. Okay, so another theme that is shown in the story is the status of women in society. Is léir an rathnín ban thion nach bhfuil ein táhacht ag bant le mar van céile agus mar van tí stocky sin. So it's clear that Sean's wife feels there's no importance to do with her as a wife nor as a housewife in society. Barley bheith muiche gobar agus ag tiileh agad féin. Okay, so she would prefer to be out working and earning her own money. Bheith níos mó nás blás eici agus teagháil le daoine eile mar bhean oibre nionad an tíl uigní atá eici sa bhaile ag tuairt do leanamh gach lá. Okay, so she would have her own independence and she would be able to contact or be in contact with people out in the working world instead of the lonely life that she has at home looking after her child. Luan ban Hion and Arch Hawatuk Abech Shamra is sucking a hair and fado. So she mentions the important place of old women in society in Ireland years ago. The massive Vini Ella are good Olis August Tahi. So people had respect for their information and their experience. Vishanan Lysine Arir August Shankas Ariv August Vi Luck August Tawatuk Bonslow. Okay, so they were in charge of the likes of medicine and old storytelling and the likes, and they were seen as being very valuable. Dearband Hion go Sharvasach go rau Kiel ig bont lesh an nos vi ignashini mra kele a go nur fur an far kele boss mar ba an tain role vi aku no a ig fasil a ver kele ook so good lani. So Sean says sarcastically there, okay, that there was sense in the way or in the notion that the Chinese treated their wives, okay, in that they were burnt any time that their husbands died because the main role they had was to attend to their man and also to their children. It's Lergam Rahni chi mi hoste in a role marvan chi Lon Hampshire. So it's clear that she feels unhappy in her role as a full-time housewife. Pléitar cuasaí eile a bhhainil le mrá sa stocí ar nós máchras I gás van an turvey. So other things are discussed there with the likes of women in society regarding maternity, especially regards to the woman who had the survey. Shatan ban an turvey don mrá ibre a bhfuil nafslos agus a good agad féin acu. So the survey woman stands for women or working women who have independence and also who have their own money. So the mochon na scaffold that ton chin to sulla go bhfuil fearg agus frostachas ar bhean Seán mar go bhfuil a fear céad ag déanamh neamh ard orthaí agus níl sé buíoch as an number dhéanamh she sa she. So it's clear that she is angry and she is frustrated with the way that she is treated by her husband and the lack of attention that she gets, and he is not thankful for any work that she does in the house. Is léir go bhfuil míoine ar fear céile lei, so it's clear that he is impatient with her. Mar nach diggin sé an fá am she mí hostel in a sale sa while, but he does not understand why she would be unhappy with the life she has at home. Agus bravá leis siochan agus súbnis a bheith aige tréis lá áibre. And he also like to have peace and relaxation basically at the end of his hard working day. Current chud concha Shiri is Jack Ari. So his talk disturbs her. So models an stíl scríb nóachtan sin banan túidir Siobhan húil van úsáid a stíl ghainte rúchasach éfachtach sa garscéil díos. So the author Siobhan uses a style that is sharp, natural and effective. Tá scéil scrífa I bharm chora, so we know that it is written in the form of a conversation. Ruther currently a rin a drama at the scale, so something that adds to the dramatic effect in the story. It's also cont yirach kun cur le hefachtach and scale. So direct talk is used here to add to the effect of the story. Ag the rhythm na concha kun tussi, so chora shin. Okay, and the rhythm of talk flows quite well through the story. Bonan tudor las a scran kun tema on scale a choranu. So the author uses humor to put the theme into perspective for us. Vector sharvacus avel ux iron to chora. Okay, so we see sarcasm, we see exaggeration and irony in the conversation. Gohorha I ganchum ross scale, especially in the women's talking in the story. Ux kern shika more le hefacht on scale and also adds well to the effect of the story. And Sian Cadrev idir Sean ux ban Sean. Is léir go bhfuil an cud cólanse sa Cadrev idir Sean ux ban Sean. It's clear that there's a lot of conflict in the relationship between the two of them. Factor aspa tishkine, aspa chomersoje, ux aspa sime, I durmi and din elis a chora idir an birch. So there is a lack of understanding, a lack of communication, and a lack of interest seen between the two regarding the opinions of each other. Usodan ban Sean Sharvas iron ux avel in a cud concha con ord fair kale all. So we can see that Sean uses sarcasm, irony, and exaggeration in his talk to get attention. It's in a dur tradition that tosidach far kale ux ninen sim ege durmi no gant and raw. So we can see there he is thick, he is traditional, and he is kind of headstrong, and he has zero interest in whatever his wife has to say. Nihigan she an jacket taiki, so he doesn't understand the outlook she has. Nihigan she an fa a mech she mi hoste in a role marvan she, and he also doesn't understand why she'd be unhappy with her role as a housewife. Ugs marvan kela and also as a normal wife. Nilshivuich as an obra yen and she nihigan she an tuignix ux ledron of being erhi in a sale lehu. So he's not thankful out of the work that she does, and he does not understand the loneliness or the boredom that is on her in her general life. Nihigan ban Sean Gwil Sean Tershach Thrace a law Ibre, Dastin Simnux Y Thrace a law Ibre. So his wife does not understand that he is tired after his hard working day and that he needs to relax after his work. Boat ban Sean event in a band new answer, so she would like to be a modern woman. Ux a pus ux argus fain about Eki and to have her own job and money. Ach still a tradition to Sean, but Sean is a traditional person. Tasha burr if we last a linne, he's more worried about the child. Ux nilshe puke sauce nor clashin chef when bus a deadfa a vet ik a van, and he's not happy when he hears about the possible job that his wife would have. So modern train the garton chin to some chin le ban Sean. Is ban Príomh Farsa is he ban Sean Príomh Farsa on Garscale Show, so she's the main character in the story. But she's suck knock Luther a Hannah future scale, so it is massive or quite a big thing that her name is not mentioned in the story. It's class clista ishin a Larry nach Brahni she told the far not done sucky. So it is a clever trick that shows that she does not feel important to her man or to society. Brandon Chigar statistic atá inchi ach will and lipid sin níos non terma banchi. So she feels that the term statistic is a lot nicer than the term housewife. Ní bhuichas na ord all eki on a frar céile non stucky marvanchi dar lei. So she gets no thanks from her husband or society in her role as a housewife. Ní thugann aine orla glán faoi dear ach tugann siad orla salach faoi dear. So she says that nobody notices a clean floor, but everyone notices a dirty floor. Mohin she nach bhfuil aon bheas ag a fear céile ar an obair aon, she said she. So she feels like her husband has no respect for the amount of work she does in the house. It's in a cordially, so she's a friendly person. Could she fault it rif stauncher mar atá ban on survey? Okay, so she basically welcomes strangers just like the woman of the survey in the story. Dún she cup an coffee G agus so she sauce leabhars lei ar feadh Thomas Sudsey. So she makes her some coffee and she's happy to chat to her for a long period of time. Is in it me vacanta I cuma. She's also dishonest. Cum she bregad chun scéal meall dramata ancient do bhana turveh faoin scé ar faoin saoil u fásta atá cín in a fear céile. So she basically creates lies to add drama to her life regarding the stories regarding her husband. Is in a ugnich I ban Thion cuma. She's also a lonely person. Contina leinde lei féin in a Bobby sa teach father Sean and Wahi Gubber. So she spent a lot of time at home with the baby in the house while Sean's out working. Is lergam rahni she wehi co-luder og chagwal adini foster chan lei. So it's clear that she feels that she needs basically other people to be around, okay, we have companionship and contact of other people during the day. Shouldn't fought Rashi co sauce a conscious sonder and no span and survey. So that is why she was so happy to chat to the woman who was doing the survey. It's also mean she exules and strona near Hagan Farkela Owalia, ach Neil Moore space ega ebe correlate. So is it clear then that she's happy or she looks forward to her husband coming home so she can chat to him, but we also know that he is not happy to talk back to her. It's in a Garan, so she likes to complain. Conchian could am a Garan le Sean fi Munrod a yin and she tuskawil on ledron or some tugnis a curse shachari. So in other words, she likes to complain about every little thing because she is that bored and lonely. Fi she Garan le ban and turvey fuin sail crew u fosta ka viaki le Sean. Kegan nadvin shiger kom she skelte chun mial dram a chorhu. So she was complaining to the woman who did the survey about her hard and horrible life she has with Sean, even though she admits that she created lies to add drama to her life. Is dinne shervachus I cuma. She's also a sarcastic person. Lauren she go shervachach in a far céile agus sponge shin go bhfuil fargus frostachus ar hi marial ar an sail ataki agus marial ar an godriv ataki in a far céile. Okay, so she speaks to him sarcastically, and this shows us that she is angry and that she is frustrated with her life and the way that her relationship is going with her husband. Is leir go bhfuil asfa conversáide atra agus a bhrí sin mohin si uig nach cé go bhfuil an fear céile eici. So it's clear there's a lack of communication between them, and because of that she feels that she is lonely, even though that she has a husband. The long sample the chervas way to scale. There's a lot of samples of sarcasm in the story. Dar lei ken oisi an lawer jarglish and jachtor shinach moau mar go mesh she go jas rudigan a vet leib eki. So she said she was going to read this book so she could have something to read. Currently jach or he go lane a far kill and popper nuach the rumpy. So it annoys her that her husband reads the newspaper in front of her. A news her shin, so as well as that, der she go will kill ig bontas and nose of being the sheeny for dough and a mra kill a dough trace the far kill boss all. So she says it makes sense years ago the way that the Chinese used to burn their wives after the husband died. Example ella is shin that shervas kun and could frustracus a cornul the far os rudde could she ig jane niav or eri. So this is another sample of sarcasm to show her frustration or to put it in perspective for us because her husband gives her no attention. It's been conscious ear knowing she's also a chatty person. Isha Yin forward a concha Ohushan skin, so she is the person who does most of the talking throughout the story. Tigan Shisha on Tawach the one in the Hummersaj in a Khadriv, so she understands the communication, the importance of communication in every relationship. August Kernan Aspa Hummersaj Ider Ifein Safar Kayla Shach Erhi. And the lack of communication between herself and her husband annoys her. Lehman she Ohapik Awang Hopik Ellen Nervinchi Consul the Faris Scale. So she jumps from one topic to another while she's chatting to her husband. It's Van Chasti Eg on ours. She's a complicated woman, of course. Dershi le Sean gwil she mi hone, ach an sin aithríonn sin scéal ag rá gur bhréige atá ninchint aici. So she says she's unhappy, but then changes her mind in the story to say it was all lies. So she chun dul amach gobar agus an sin níl. She's going out to work and then she isn't. Tá meas aici ar bhean an turbí agus an sin sucríonn si go raibh si mí bheacánta leihí. So she says she's going out to work. She says she has respect for the woman who does the survey, but then decides that she was dishonest with her. So it's ban fargachi, so she is angry to frustracusarhi. She is frustrated. Branchi nach dugan a far céile ein or she feels as if her husband gives her no attention. Ux nach héanann she ein iarach the vet constantly he makes no effort to chat to her. Brandon she nach well ein vas ig a far céile or number ian she sachach or she. So she feels like he has no respect for the work that she does in the house. Jer here áfach tigamid go an van sin mihúbnach na chadrv in a far céile ux an role mar van chi. So at the end of it all, unfortunately, we understand that she is uncomfortable with her relationship with her husband and her role as a housewife. Is toch gur ard atá gceist leis an athru insinne hagan arthaí. No, go bhfuil si ag admhail G féin nach roi cursaí ar ein nos. Okay? We could say this is an excuse, an athru insinne hagan arthaí regarding their change of mind. No, nach bhfuil si admhail G féin nach roi cursaí ar ein nos, or things that may never change in the end. Tá gile de tais aigen I gceist mar sin. So bugger I get in far céile sin. To Sean posted some brief character, so he's married to the main character. It's in a dur cuna, so he is a thick and quiet person. To she volach tif here the falper nuachtan ag tús an scéil seo, ag to she solir nach bhfuil fun cant tréis a lá ibre. So he's hiding behind his paper to start the story, and it's clear that he does not want to talk to his wife after his day at work. Jaron Shiga will say leiv ledronach ege, so he tells us or shows us he's an ordinary and boring life. The post ege tivum wicht and chach, he's a job outside the house. Oxner hagen she a while throne and even why acunis of shiachon. So when he comes home after his day at work, all he wants is quiet and peace. It's in a tradition that Shanash agus show vanach a. Okay, so he's traditional, old-fashioned and chauvinistic. The Jarka tradition ega a role to fós a role a morale. So he has a traditional outlook or view of his marriage and also of the role of women. Nimona sauce tashin or jer a van céile go bhfuil she can post all less than chi. So he's not happy at all when he finds out that his wife wants to get a job outside the house. Nilmorn massa ega or number a yin a van céile to chi dar le ban hion. So he has very little respect for the work she does in the house. Jecha sa urlar salach ach ní horach she urlar glan fujar. So he'd always see the dirty floor, but he would never notice the clean floor. Ruther spawner nach lerin she ein buisg as an uber ilig a yin and she's a shock. So something that shows us he has no thank for the work that she does in the house. Ag she torch than fosh and also looking after the child. Niegan she tawach na chumarsaje ag say I volach tif here the nuachtan. So he doesn't see the importance of communication the way that he's hiding behind the paper. It's in it letlacha, so he is selfish. But she garanter a bhín fun contra ar bhain ag tús an scéil nach féidir leis a fápar nuacht a léamh tar éis lá oibre ach ní thugann sé aon súntas don tuirse atá ar an bhain tar éis an lá fáda sa teach ag déanamh Albertí agus ag tuairt ar the lenamh. Okay, so all he cares about himself, pays no heed to the work she does, whereas he's only concentrated on his peace and quiet at the end of the day. It's léir go bhfuil sé anpríváideach mar chuine, so it's clear that he's very private as a person. Ní one nach dhéanann sé mór an content, not just because he does a little talk. A command sin as well as that, ní mach leis go mecha van céile play a sale príváideach le aine eile. So he doesn't like that his wife would be discussing their private life with anyone else. So it's in a féin spéiseach command, so he only really cares about himself. Ní thugann sé mór an orde ar van, agus léir nach bhfuil mór an sime ag é mochan am rá céile. So he doesn't pay her pretty much any attention, and it's clear that he has no interest in her feelings at all. Tishin sin a colleague Jaron scale nor Irene van brain nor Iron brain the horror, so he falls asleep at the end when he gets sick of the conversation. Ní thugann sé mór an súntas den Eric go nuairt a van cé van an survey go raibh sí míhonna in a posa. So he didn't really give much heed to this stat there where she said that she was unhappy in marriage. So Bannon Turvey and Shin. So ní cleismid an Bannon Turvey cant go dtír le héin se scéil, a cleismid fuhi agus fine sail sa tríú farsa o Van Thion. So we don't really hear about the Sir woman. We don't hear her speak throughout the story, but we hear about her in third person from Sean's wife. Ní glachan she ports a chora. She doesn't take part in the conversation. After role eki sa scéil mar Sinn Féin, but she does have a role in the story. Is the improve I'm atá ag Bannon survey na colasnach de leru idir I féin agus mar van na garm agus ban Thion atá na ban chi non Hampshire. So the main point, the main aim of her in this story is to show the contrast between Sean's wife and herself as a woman who is a full-time housewife and a woman who has a career. Cumada sin úsáideann an túidir an survey chun míchonas ban Thion mar van chi a leru. So as well as that, the survey is also used to put Sean's wife, her unhappiness into perspective for us. Léironn she doing an taobh cordial the van céile Sean. So it shows us the happy and friendly side of Sean's wife. Currently she falter a van on Turvey agus déanann she coffee, so she welcomes her and gives her coffee. Shastan she freshened on Van Iber Nav's blog to sell New Hampshire. So she also stands for the modern woman, a working woman who has independence in today's world. Dar le ban Thion vi Bannon Turvey I bunk mar nach raibh cadaici lanam a bheith aici in a horson a críise an Berclinne. So according to Sean's wife, the woman in the survey was in trouble because she was not allowed to have a child in her apartment and also that she was now pregnant. So Jalrin she gur dinne miva conta in or Hanak she kun on survey in. Okay, she shows us that she was dishonest when she came to do the survey. Ton cumar earn scale gur ina she brega con tolas to be wehi a want ma. So it kind of looks like she told lies in the story to get what she wanted. Does she go she gon Berclinne agus harik she aber onidiochta the van Thion arau or the berm ag raw go vedva ban Thion a sus mochas a cludu ach ni rau task na tours he o hinele. So she said that she was pregnant and that she was going looking for someone to cover her, in other words, and that Sean's wife could do her maternity or cover her maternity when she was to leave, but she did not come back, or there was nothing to be heard from her after that. So na trehan garscale shin is garscale 8 Gs. Sure runs in a trehe one as an scale, so the trehan garscale heath agus taggart skinner ultimate na trehe shin to scale show. But na sunray on scale cast I guess screw the head. So Bacarca make tema larger a one not cap the one. So in other words, there's one story or one main lesson for this short story. It's kinty to show fear modulus and scale Gs. So it's clear or it's certain that this is true regarding the story Gs. Bacarca me han tema cact shin uliach jushin gemek tuskint glehar a bich on tema shin. Ní leon doubt ach gur téimi ulicha iad on sale posta agus stadas na man. Okay, so there's quite a common theme in these themes. Bachor go gléfi an túidir leis an téime a hús go deir an scéil agus leis seo fear fresh and modulus an scéil show. So in other words, the author should continue with this theme throughout the whole story from start to finish, and that is true throughout the story. Feck means aspa tishkine, niabird, mi oine, a hús go deir an scéil. So we see all these themes from start to finish. Oam gechéile úsáidtear sefna bege le hard and lehar a euro or over an scéil. So every now and again we see little skills or little tricks that grabs the reader's attention to bring them on to another topic. Feck min sefna éfachtas a scéil seo. An chansíoch cría choban nar hitchin an fear in a cholle agus a van fós a cons agus an casa tas a scéil comach. Okay, so we see direct talk, we see a sudden end when the man falls asleep at the end and while his wife is still talking, and also the plot twist at the end. Min costan scale nor dear and ban Thion nach what mi honags go brega their Ian Ban survey. Okay, so in the end we see that she's not unhappy that she's a liar. But Corga mech relicus in over and scale agus the relicus on gone out. So there's a real element to the story. In over and scale shot is doch mean 5 minute mar shot galardini a sale poster. So it's quite clear that we have a lot of this in modern married couples.